I sent one email to a brand and it's made me well over $5,000, maybe close to 7,000. I have to look back at all the invoices, but somewhere between five and seven-ish thousand dollars from one single email. I am not an influencer. I do UGC. If you've never seen my face before, that's that I do UGC. I replace my full-time income, corporate income, six-figure income with UGC brand deals. So, UGC, if you've never heard of it before, it stands for user generated content. I get paid to create content for companies that I don't typically have to, like 99% of the time, I don't have to post these videos that I make for them talking about their products or services or apps or whatever they sell. I make the content and I don't have to post it. I just send them that content that I make for them. And they take it and typically they run it as social media ads, or if they need like more Instagram reels or TikTok videos or YouTube shorts or whatever, or even just content for their website. Uh, that's what I get paid to do. And I've been doing this for over 3 years. And this one brand that I'm talking about, I sent them an email and that again has landed me not just one brand deal with them, but several. And they keep hiring me. They just hired me for a few more videos to get prepared for like holiday and Black Friday deals and stuff. And I cannot stress enough the importance, whether you're an influencer, whether you're a UGC creator like myself, even if you're doing like travel content, whatever, I cannot stress the importance of knowing how the heck to communicate with companies, how to pitch to companies. I've made so much money just by simply learning this skill and knowing how to connect with companies and communicate with them, negotiate with them, how to present myself in an email pitch, or even like I send video pitches sometimes to brands. But there's just so much power in knowing how to pitch. Are there other ways to connect with brands and land UGC deals or brand partnerships and influencer deals? Yes, of course. There's platforms, there's apps, there's agencies. But for me personally, building a six-figure income as a content creator, it's really been because of the pitches. And so I just can't stress that enough. If you've been afraid of pitching, um, don't be afraid. I always like to tell people like one of the worst thing that a brand could say to you if you decide to pitch, like say that you're in your maybe you're doing like micro influencing or influencer, you're new UGC creator and you're like afraid to pitch. The worst thing that a brand could say to you is literally no. And I've had so many brands say no to me. And I don't typically care. I just literally move on because the timing is just not right. Actually, I'll tell you a story in a second, but I wanted to tell you really quick before I tell you this story about something that happened to me while pitching. But really quick, I posted about this yesterday, but I never ever do live trainings. Like I've never done a live training like around UGC besides going live on TikTok and answering questions and stuff. But I'm doing a live training. I'm co-hosting a live training. And most of the training is happening next Wednesday, September 24th. Most of the training is really going to be about how to pitch to companies, and like what to say, why like emails that you do send are not getting read or responded to. And I think that so many people would benefit from this. So anyways, if you want to sign up for it, I have the link in my stand store. Again, this is a free training. I teach people how to pitch inside my course, but obviously that's not free to join my course, right? I have over 10,600 something students inside my course, and a ton of them have gotten really good at pitching, but um being able to show up live on a training with one of the biggest leading like industry experts, Nina from Sidewalker Daily. I've been following her for literally since I started UGC back in 2022. So she asked me to co-host this with her, and we're going to talk a ton about pitching. It's quarter four. Quarter four is almost upon us, and this is the time that's busiest for UGC creators if you know how to get the UGC deals. And most of that comes back to knowing how to pitch. So, anyways, all that to say, if you want to know how to pitch and get some really, really valuable tips on how to communicate and how to pitch to companies, how to email companies, especially, sign up for this free training. It's happening again, like less than a week from today. Wednesday, September 24th, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then 10 a.m. PST, which is I'm in Seattle. So sign up. Even if you feel like, oh, I probably can't make it, still sign up because there's probably maybe a chance that you can tune in for a little bit. It's going to be so fun. So so many people, there's already over 1,000 people, almost 1,100 people that have signed up for this free training. So yeah, hopefully you can sign up and hopefully I will see you there. But anyways, back to this, like I sent this one, actually two stories. One is the very first UGC deal that I landed back in 2022, like August, I think of 2022. Um, I sent an email to a brand and it was an app company. And the email, like, honestly, it wasn't super great, but I think the company was just getting started. And that one email made me $750 for like 2-ish hours of work. I did 5 UGC videos for them, sent it to them. They paid me $750. I never had to post it on social media. They just ran as ads. And then they liked that content. Actually, it made me more than 750 because they liked the content so much that I made for them. They came back and hired me for like almost a dozen more videos. And so I made several thousands of dollars from just that one email that I sent to the brand. So that's how powerful it can be. But I also, back to like, getting over the fear of pitching. I I really wanted to work. This is last year or earlier this year. Earlier this year, I think. Last year, no, last year I sent an email to a brand I really wanted to work with. It was for a supplement company. I was like dying to work with them because I'm obsessed with their supplements. I've been taking them for over 4 years. And so I emailed them and I was super confident. Like I gave them so many UGC like ideas and everything. And they said no to me. They were like, "Nope, sorry, we're not working right now with we don't need any more UGC creators." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that pisses me off because I really want to work with them and I know that they would benefit from it." And so I emailed them back immediately and I was like, hey, I totally get it, but hey, let me explain again. Like I made a Google Doc. I did all this, like all this stuff. I'm like, here's the concepts. Here's the kind of like the loose scripts. Here's what I'm thinking for these videos. Here's why they'd benefit you. Here's my portfolio with all my like UGC example videos. I have case studies in there. And still they replied to my email saying, nope, sorry, don't want to work with you right now. And I was like, gosh, dang it. Okay. Okay, I moved on. Literally, no joke. 6 months later, they came back to me and were like, "Hey, Megan, thanks again for sending us those emails, several months ago, but we're ready to work with you now." And I got paid over $2,000 for, I think it was over 2,000. It was close to $2,000 for these videos that I did. I was like, "Okay, cool. Like, what were you thinking?" They're like, "Let's just go with the concepts you sent in the email 6 months ago." And we want to hire you for that. Tell us your rate. And I told them my rate. They didn't even blink, and they're like, "Great, sounds amazing." And I did the videos, and they paid me, and I made like again, I think it was like 2,000 or a little over $2,000 for those videos I did for them, all because I knew how to pitch. Even though it was a no at the beginning, they still remembered my emails that I sent to them. They still had like I bet they get so many emails, but mine for whatever reason, because I know how to communicate with companies, they came back to that and they referred to it, they referenced it as we were going in to negotiating and signing the contract and everything. So all that to say, emails and pitching in general is so vital, I feel like, to any type of content creator success. If you really want to work with a brand, whether you're influencer, UGC creator, whatever, travel creator, whatever the heck you want to do, knowing how to communicate with a brand is going to change your life. It literally will change your life. So that's why I'm excited about this free training I'm doing, because I think so many people just don't get it. They just don't get how to email companies. They don't get how to communicate with them. They don't know what they should say in the subject, in the email. Like they don't know anything. And so I'm so, so excited about this. And it's free. It's literally free to join. So if you want to show up, and it'll be super fun too. Like I just love connecting with people in this industry, and Nina is so fantastic. I just feel so privileged that she wanted to do it with me. So anyways, yeah, hopefully I'll see you on the live training.